Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, you already know how this video gonna start. So we gonna get right into Baddies. So you know how the last video ended where Ivory was upside down on her head. So big ass brawl. You already know they was getting popping. Looks like from here it just went crazy. Everybody wants smoke. Everybody want it. So the only person that didn't get in the field, the only person that did not get in the field is Dolly. Yep, Dolly, you already knew this was going to happen. They called her out for being PC'd up. They like, you PC'd up. At the end of the day, everybody else got to fight. You know, win, lose, or draw, injury, or whatever. All this relaxing on the side and getting protected by the security is not it. So they always calling Dolly out. They like, look, Dolly, you got to get in the field. I don't know what you thought this was. When I had to take fades back, Cold Killer started yelling out. When I had to take fades back to back, you know, it wasn't a problem then. You wanted to run them ones with me, and your girls wanted to run them ones with me. Same thing for you. Like, what are you talking about? So, pretty much, you know, stood next to the field without getting in the field, and they was at this Ninja Warrior thing. A bunch of blur, blah, throughout the episode, you know, but it was a couple of worthy noted fights. So, pretty much, Diamond, they basically started out same thing, the brawl going on. Choco and Ivory was doing their ones. So it was giving tie at first until Ivory did her, you know, Smash Bros thing and decided to, you know, I don't know, like jump on top of Choco and like bury her on the side of one of those little picnic tables they have for seating. And then comes Cold Killer. So Cold Killer decides like, oh, I'm about to jump in. So she runs over and she starts stomping on Choco while Ivory already on top of her. So Lex seen this. Lex didn't like this. And I really like how Lex really be handing out ass whoopings for the anti-bullying. And then they try to call her out, y'all be jumping. Man, ain't no rules in fighting. I say this all the time. There's no such thing as a fair fight. I don't give a fuck if two people going head to head. One person could weigh a little more. One person arm reach could be longer. There's no such thing as a fair fight. It's a winner and it's a loser. It just goes like that. All that tie shit, it could be. But it's going to have to be from two people with equal statures. But anyways, Lex jumped in and said, nah, you ain't about to do none of that, to Cold Killer. And said, you know how Cold Killer be doing that it's shit? That's what she got from Lex. Lex came over and it's that ass. And she got in that ass. So basically, she started throwing them shits at Cold Killer. And Cold Killer, and Cold Killer came out with a lump on the side of her head looking like a third eyeball. I swear to God, y'all. So after she got lumped up by Lex, she tried to say, yeah, it's all right. You jumped in, you did your thing, we did that. And everybody looking like, including me, who's we? It looked like you just got, you know, popped, you know what I'm saying, the side of your head, and you got beat the fuck up. So Lex, you already know she had to run that one with K-Rican, because K-Rican, she said K-Rican tried to jump in on Dolly when Ivory and her was fighting. You already know Ivory ain't going to intercept that one. You know how she was jumping up trying to defend Diamond and stop people from fighting Diamond? Nah, it ain't going to be that same scenario. This time, Lex about to handle that ass and nobody going to get involved. So basically, K-Rican, brave as hell, squared up with Lex. When I say Lex hit her with a cold cock punch directly to the face, that girl got hit so hard, Lex flew onto her, grabbed her by her hair, and hit her with like 10 uppercuts. When I say them uppercuts was uppercutting, I ain't telling you, Lex put her fist in a ball and grabbed that girl by the back of her neck and got down in a squat position and and that girl K-Rican face, and she ain't want no more. She was swinging and she ain't know who the fuck she was swinging at. She probably hit the security a couple times, but she never hit Lex. They broke that up. That was the end of that. I'm like, yo, these girls all over the place. Whole time, Russian Cream, she in the mix, but she ain't really saying or doing nothing. She's walking around with a sling on her arm. They're not injured, talking about Diamond and them. They're not injured. So Choco decides that I'm going to call this bitch Diamond out again. I don't give a fuck about having to fight Ivory. I still want to fight Diamond. So basically, she came over to her like, come on, let's do that. Let's run that. So she went over to Diamond. Diamond acting all scared and scary ass girl. Like, Diamond was so scared, running, PC'd up by Ivory. I'm talking about straight up meow moves. Like, straight up putty cat. Like, you were so scared, Diamond. Why you didn't just fight the girl? You owe the girl the one. You know you snuck the girl. You know what I'm saying? She gonna want her ones with you. Run the ones. What you ducking, dodging, playing injured for? You like a clown and a fool, just like I've been saying. Like, I hope Natalie don't bring back Diamond next fucking season. I hope she don't bring Diamond back, because I'm just gonna be honest. The clout chasing, you know, that was cool. The monkeying around, okay, it was funny. The jumping all around stage, okay, it was entertaining. But now it's just like you sitting there being PC'd up by Ivory, and you don't want to fight this girl Choco stronger than you, because obviously she fought Ivory and still want one with you. So they ended up fighting. Pretty much what I seen is Choco beating Diamond. I'm sorry, I was watching the punches and she was beating on Diamond, beating on top of Diamond's head like a drum, and then basically when the security broke it up, Choco decides to look back at Diamond while they pulling her, and Diamond kicks her in the face. Good thing she didn't have a shoe on, but she kicked the girl Choco in the face. Ivory gets to jumping all over her, giving her kisses, and mwah, mwah, mwah. I don't know what the fuck they doing in the bedroom. Ivory and Diamond, but she was kissing all over her. Diamond's jumping all over the table. Yay, woo, woo, woo. But I'm like, I thought you were injured. But anyway, so then she's like, oh, I'm injured. So literally pretending to be injured, like, you know, being dramatic about it. Like, oh, look at me, I'm injured, falling all over. And then she starts yelling from the top of her lungs, if Lex can take a fade for Dolly, then my bitch Ivory can take a fade for me. I don't want to fight. She want to fight. What's up? I'm looking like, Diamond, sit the fuck down. Like, really, how old is this girl? I still don't know how old this girl is. Like, I look at these girls and I can tell most of their ages or around their age, and I can see why they act the way they do, and most of them are mature. But Diamond is the only one get on here acting like a fucking buffoon every single time. Like, I see why Tasiki just couldn't stand her. She looking like, bitch, you around my same age acting like a monkey all day. It doesn't matter if you don't have kids or anything like that. Like, grow the fuck up. But anyway, she ducked and dodged that fade and still had to run it. Got punched up, and then the girl Choco got kicked in the face, and she still won another round with Diamond. She's like, bitch, you're not about to kick me, and that's the end. You're not about to kick me, and that's the end. So, after all of that, Natalie pretended to be frustrated. She's like, oh, I'm about to go get on the Ninja Warrior thing, obstacle course. Come on, anybody want to come do it with me? I guess they all want to do it. So, after they all went to do the obstacle course, Dolly's still standing on the side, PC'd up, claiming that her hand hurt. After the obstacle course, I guess Natalie decided, like, oh, I'm going to give a chain out. And she knows that it's going to start drama. She literally said it in her confessional. Like, oh, in my confession, when she was in her confessional, she's just like, I'm going to hand out a baddie chain. You know it's about to go up. So basically, right after that, I guess the only girl out of the entire group that completed an obstacle course was Fauna. I'm like... Anyway, so Fauna was the only one that completed the obstacle course, you know, and I'm going to be honest, she's studious like me. I'm the type to just do it just to say I did it and the other bitches didn't. So that's probably why she did it. So guess what? Natalie says, I'm going to give the baddie chain to Fauna. Oh my God. That was crazy, because Dolly immediately, you could tell, she had a smirk and a smile on her face, but she wanted to cry deep down inside. She looking like, I can't believe this bitch still not giving me my mother and baddie chain. I'm sorry about the echo, y'all. I'm in a big tall ceiling room, so yeah. But anyways, yeah, so it was just crazy, because it's like, girl, like, you have tried so hard getting this baddie chain. You have fought and fought. You let Tavy wax that ass. I'm talking about the way Tavy waxed that ass across the floor. You can never recover from a fight with Tavy. Like, yeah, you be beating bitches up, Dolly, and I even give you your props every single time. But what I'm saying is, even if you fight Tavy again and y'all get a ones off and a tie, or it just look like you kind of won, it's no coming back from the way you was drenched and dripping down your face as your friend dragged you away with helplessness while your face is bleeding from the nose down to the mouth. You know, there's no recovering from that. With the Michael Myers haircut and everything, no. With the braids, yeah. But pretty much, I can understand why Dolly would be mad, and if I was Dolly, I would really be upset. And I guess she got to show that she's a team player and like a sport, so she doesn't want to look mad. She's always like, I'm not clapping for no bitch. And I agree, I wouldn't be clapping either. The fuck I look like clapping for a bitch I don't like, and then on top of that, clapping for a bitch who got their chain before me. And then Tavy starts to heckle and like, oh yeah, shout out to us new baddies getting a chain before the old baddies. And I know Dolly was really mad about that one. So yeah, after that, they end up leaving. You know, they had these little conversations or whatever about nothing. So after that, I guess, you know, they gathered around in their little groups, and Lex had to enact how she had to, you know, beat the out of Cold K and K Rican without walking away without an injury. You already know Lex was going to wax both of them bitches. I don't even know why they even try it. Like, I mean, I can see Fauna, because Fauna, you know, Fauna a little built like that. Fauna can get in there with Lex, even though last time they fought, Lex whooped her ass, but, you know, she can get in there with Lex. But them other two girls, they better not ever try to get in there with Lex again. So she's enacting, showing everybody, like, yeah, when she tried to jump out Choco, I had to, you know, get with them bitches. And then Basically, K. Rican looking crazy. I'm talking about, oh, girl, take that swimming cap off. Don't ever do this again. I don't know who did this to the girl Russian Cream, but this confessional look just gave me like strawberry shortcake, but not the cute one. Like, I just wasn't, and I give props when due. Like, I don't care what nobody say. Go back and watch my videos. I mean, everybody get props when due. Scotty, everybody get props when due. But no Russian Cream. So yeah. So after that, Cold Killer with that big ass mouth, that yapping ass, chihuahua ass mouth, start going off. And the difference, she sounds just like Anna, but the difference is with Cold K, she can't fight. She be getting beat up. You know what I'm saying? Her top contender is LCK. Come on now, that says a lot. But anyways, as she starts barking at Dolly, oh, just get in there. Dolly stands to the side laughing and shit, just, making fun of the mocking them. They like, oh, just get in the field. You get in the field, win, lose, or draw, Dolly. I got in the field. While she holding an ice pack on her eye after Lex, gave her a third eye. And basically, Dolly's mocking them like, please don't hit me, because honestly, Dolly's not afraid to get in with any of these girls. She's already done it several times. So after all of that, Summer ends up sneaking the girl Marissa. So when she wanted to get her rounds, they squared up in the middle of the little, arena. So now basically Summer's, standing on top of a table, mentally chop a baby mama like, get down, get down. So after all of that, Summer decided probably, let me just run this one with this girl. She said, I'm going to give you one round. So Summer hops down and basically runs the one with the girl Marissa and beat the girl Marissa up. She got swung every which way, or no, I'm talking about they just punching each other. And nobody was grabbing. And the girl, NLE Chopper baby mom, ended up getting like slung all over the place. And it was just crazy. I'm looking like, girl, you could have just kept that round. Then she go get in the car. Oh, I got punched in my eye. I got to go get ready for glam. She honestly is the only one with dignity, because a lot of these girls are getting beat up, punched up, bruised up, and then they just go out looking like that or with a hat on or something. But she like, listen, I gotta go get right before this. So she ended up leaving. All right, now, so you already know they're going to the club looking sweaty and funky. And basically, it's time for Pretty P to go. So Pretty P is getting ready to leave. And she's kind of just, what I noticed about this scene, and a lot of this season when it comes down to Pretty P and Ivory, like, of course, Ivory, really rocks with Pretty P. But because I'm an empath, I always be picking up on other people's emotions and bullshit. So pretty much, I kind of felt like Paula is just not feeling it. Like, especially when, the whole situation was happening when Ivory fought Dolly and, Ivory was pushing everybody. Ivory was pushing the security, Pretty P, Diamond. She just like, get up off me, I don't care, fool. And, she was just going on a rampage because she was drunk and crazy. And basically, she was pushing everybody. And I seen Pretty P's expression when she was pushing her, like, bitch, don't push me. You know what I'm saying? Diamond more of trying to hug her and going and engaging with the fuck shit, because Diamond is a Gemini, so she's with the energy or she's not with the energy. She's an off and on type of person. She's a hot and cold switch. So when it comes down to monkeying around, getting camera time, she doesn't mind getting pushed around. Somebody like Pretty P looking like, bitch, you ain't about to be pushing me off in my big ass titties. Like, I don't know what's wrong with you. And I'm the same way. Like, I can't have a friend like that just go on rampages and acting crazy and don't know how to listen, can't calm down. Like, we all get like that in certain scenarios, in a specific situation. Something can be triggering you to, react that way, obviously. But, like, calm the fuck down. Like, we're talking to you, you're drunk. Like, I'm gonna let a bitch just go. I'm gonna say, talk to a bitch one or two times and be like, hey, calm down, friend. Like, chill. And when a bitch can't stop acting crazy, I'm not about to sit there and treat her like she a toddler. I got kids. You know what I'm saying? So if I got to deal with them like that and I'm dealing with you like that, bitch, it ain't no need for us to be friends. And really, I feel like Paula is too mature for a friend like Ivory. Even though Ivory really trying to, like, Pretty P and, like, have her back and stuff like that and, like, be friends with her, I feel like Paula acts her age and Diamond doesn't. So, Ivory's young. Ivory, like, fresh out of 20s, like 21, 22. You know what I'm saying? So you got to really think about stuff like that. And I'm just looking like, bitch, I'm not about to play with you. Like, if you sit there and pushing me like that, I might have to, get my elbows up just like you, bitch. We about to throw them shits because, bitch, you're not about to be pushing me. That's just period, point blank. I don't care, friend or not. Like, what are you talking about? Like, calm the fuck down. Let's relax. Come on. Like, you got to learn how to listen. Like, be disciplined. Like, calm the fuck down. But somebody like Diamond who just, like, monkeying around all day, every day, she does not mind. It does not matter to her. So it's okay for her to get pushed by Ivory. It's okay for her to get probably slapped by Ivory, and it's just a joke. You know what I'm saying? When I was just looking at this scene, I just was paying attention to it, and I'm looking like, you know what? Pretty P, I noticed that she was just more leaning in towards the reaction of Diamond when she left. She didn't really care about her, friend Ivory. It was more like, let me see what this bitch Diamond looking like. And I feel like she did that because she realizes, like, when I leave, I feel like Diamond's going to probably take my spot. Ivory, it was me and Ivory, and we was just doing this thing together, cha-cha-cha, but now I'm about to leave, and, it's going to be Diamond, and, pretty much it's going to be no use for me. This whole season, I'm just going to be honest, Pretty P was boring. In the beginning, Dolly tried to piece it up with Pretty P. Oh, that's old beef. I don't want to beef with y'all no more. We got new bitches to worry about. So now she basically just took the spoon right out of Pretty P's mouth, Dolly, when she was supposed to be fighting with Pretty P. It's none of that. You're not fighting with Pretty P no more. Pretty P did tell Summer, like, yeah, I'm going to throw you in a pool. She never did that. But she did end up getting her lick back for the watch and whatever other issue or situation before she left. So, yeah, she got her rocks off and that was it. But the whole thing is, they kind of just slowly but surely pushing Pretty P to the back. And I just don't see Pretty P coming back, especially after this. I felt like she should have rocked out with this whole season, even with the stuff going on with her grandpa. People live, people die. And I'm not saying sentimentally it's not a reason to, leave, bow out, and go, handle your business with your family and stuff like that. The whole situation was you've been here all this time, and you didn't have no action really this entire episode. You stood by. Ivory had a couple fights. Diamond with the swinging and jumping in, being a monkey. And, Ivory picked up on that. She wants somebody to act up a monkey ass with her. Look at Ivory up under the security, smacking his ass. This is her environment. She loves this. So you gotta really pay attention to people and pick up on energy and shit like that. And what I seen was, there's really no more use for Pretty P. I'm not saying that they're not gonna still be cool or whatever, but we see her fading because she's not really taking up that much camera time. And pretty much Ivory and Diamond just come off as a better duo because they're willing to act a monkey, act a ass, and fight anybody. So the episode ends basically with just that. We already know the next episode they're gonna be doing a whole bunch more brawling. It is what it is. We just gonna sit back, we gonna watch for my subscription. Make sure y'all throw them fights in there. Y'all been doing good this season. I'm gonna be honest. Like, it seemed like they said, amp it up this season. Like, all of that talking and moseying and every other episode for my subscription money. Nah, I won't want none of that. We want the hands. We want them dukes up. So, shout out to Zeus for doing their thing. Hand clap. And that's really it. So, I'll catch you guys on my next video. I hope you like this video. Like, share, subscribe. Subscribe. And come back, because y'all know y'all like hearing my voice. And y'all gonna see me in the next video. And that's all I got for y'all.